Steering column transmission shifter broke. Look at that. Absolutely loose. Doesn't shift anything, as you can see. And we're going to fix it. Let's get started. Today we have a Ford F350. F250 will be the same. Super Duty 2001. I already removed steering column covers, one on the top, one on the bottom. There's only 3 screws, and tilted the steering wheel all the way down. And let's dive in and see what's happened. Okay, here's your brake pedal. If you look all the way up, you'll find the cable. This guy, it's your transmission shifter link, which is connected to this arm, and this arm's supposed to be connected to the column tube, as you can see there, and it's broken. And this bolt broke off, head broke off, already extracted, and we're going to remove the old part and put a new one. And we're going to replace this part, because the steering column shifter tube, also I got a shaft and new bushings, 2 replacement ones from different vehicle but exactly the same size, because we need to get access to those holding brackets. There's a couple brackets for hex screws, and we have to remove this part of the panel. It's pretty easy. Remove this, remove that, and this. Okay. How to get this front part out? It's pretty easy. You just pry it lightly and pull it. As you can see, we're holding by those clips. Now we are going to disconnect our electrical. There's a light switch. There we go, and just do like that. Okay, and now we have to remove this instrument cluster to get access to those screws. 1, 2, 3, and 4 screws. Very easy. We need a 7mm socket to remove those screws, like that. Now we have to undo those electrical connectors. All 3 electrical connectors are unplugged from instrument cluster. Now let's undo our linkage from that shifter indicator. That's underneath. Okay, this guy. Here we go. Disconnected. 732mm socket to remove this white plastic bracket for the shifter indicator linkage. There we go. Nice and easy. This little guy. And let's remove this part. As you can see, someone was here before us. At some point, truck has 410,000 miles, and that's not the first owner. Okay, well, someone drill it. It's plastic bracket, and break it off. Okay, here's the 2 brackets for this tube with the bushings here. We're going to replace the bushings. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 more screws to remove this bracket. When you shift, this one actually puts the shifter in a proper position, and then you know which gear you're shifting to. Is it first, second, and so on. Yeah, follow that profile when you shift, right? Okay, I'm going to undo those screws. T30 hex, and let's remove those 6 hex screws. Okay, pretty easy. All right. Now we see why someone cut that piece of plastic over the top, because it's easy to get to those screws. Well, wasn't a bad idea, but I won't probably do it. we'll just yeah, anyway, 3 more left. Okay, 6 screws are removed, 2 brackets as well. Okay, we don't have to undo this one completely, just make it loose. It's enough room to pull the shifter out. Okay, let's pull it out. Here we go. Alright, there's our shifter. Let's also disconnect this wire for the overdrive. Okay. Alright, now we can see better where that connecting link broke from the shifter tube. Bracket is broken on one side, and that another screw broke as well, and we only have this one left inside the tube, which we extracted. Okay, what's next? I'm going to pull this one pin out, that one pin out, remove the shaft on the tube, and assembled with the new components. Okay, one pin is removed. How we do it? I just tap it this end and pull it with the pliers, and yeah, here you go. This part is out, and it's nice to keep everything in order. There's another pin. We have it out. The handle is out. Okay, let's remove the shaft. Pretty easy. Shaft is perfectly fine. We'll put some lubricant on it as well, and we're only going to replace the tube and bushings, and shaft were taken back. Inside the tube is a spring. Let's remove the spring. Shaft is still good. This one is going back to forward. Don't need it. New tube, and of course new bushings. Part number here. Okay, I'm going to assemble everything, apply silicone based lubricant, and yeah, and start putting everything back together. Before opening a package, just compare your new part to the part you just removed. Make sure they're the same. It's always a good idea. Okay, I applied silicone based lubricant compound to the tube, and you don't want to put any grease on outside part of the bushings. And let's install the bushings like so. Let's install the bushings like so. Now they can turn smoothly. Same here. And yeah, if you look the bracket, we don't want any grease here. Brackets are nice and clean, no grease on inside, and this is dry grip contact, will prevent from bushings to spin inside the bracket, and only will turn around the tube. Okay, I greased the shaft. As you can see everywhere where shaft will contact the inside the tube, and it's all greased and will rotate freely. Let's install the shaft in. Don't forget about the spring. Put the spring in. All good. A little bit of grease on a shifter handle as well at the end. Shifter handle is installed, all in place. Pin is in, all lubricated. And don't forget to transfer this rubber bushing and this clip to your new handle. Rubber bushing, couching for the shifter handle, and a clip is transferred to the new tube. Everything's assembled. As you can see here, all good, ready to get installed. And installation is in reverse to removal. Steering column shifter is back in place. As you can see, everything's aligned, bushings are in place. 1, 2, everything's aligned there. Shifter metal arm here for positioning gears, all in place as well. But let's align our shifter with the transmission bracket. Here we go. We're in first right now. Everything's aligned. I'm going to put a connecting arm on it and tie those bolts. And I started those 2 bolts, and yeah, everything's in place. I will tie those bolts and we should be all set. All hardware is connected. Let's press the brake and shift. Oh yeah, nice and stiff. Oh, like new. Yeah. And park. Good. Nice and stiff. Another new truck. I'm going to connect link to the indicator, instrument cluster, put everything back, and we should be fine. And then drive. Yeah, everything's working. It should. Let's reverse. Good test. A lot more. Yeah, if this video is helpful, please put a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And truck is back in business. Yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Appreciated your time. And our repair is completed. We have a shifter fixed. Overdrive works as well. Indicator shows the right gear, and everything's like new. Take care and